Hello all, this is Priya and you're watching Priya in UK. Today I'm going to share about my own experience of OET with you all. So let's begin. I completed my college in 2018. I've studied BSc nursing. So as soon as I completed my college, I never wait for any plans or anything because I had a plan to go to abroad when I'm doing my college final year. So I didn't delay any time and I didn't waste any time. So as soon as I completed my college, I joined the very next month to OET class. So I took 4 months training for OET because it took me 1 month to understand what is OET. And so many told me to take exam like after 2 months, but I'm not convinced at all because I don't want to, I don't want to go for exam before getting the confidence that I can write the exam. So I took 3 more months to know what is OET. And I got listening, reading, and speaking B grade, and I got C plus in writing. But unfortunately, during that time in 2019, this grade was not accepted. So I need to go for another go. But I do had a confidence that I did well. So I opt for a remarking, but unfortunately I didn't get any extra marks in the remarking. So I need to go for another exam. So I took another 1 month of class, and before going to the class, I booked my exam and I took 1 month for revision and I did my exam. And here we go. I got B grade in all four modules. So you can ask me how do I prepare? How do I prepare and how do I go for class? How long I used to spend for OET? So well, I'm going to clarify all your doubts. I took OET for the first 2 months. I was doing only OET because we didn't get any certificates or anything during that time. Because as soon as we completed, I just joined there. And once I got my provisional certificates and stuffs, I joined in one of the hospital where I studied. It is like a hospital attached to the college, so I joined there. And if someone is willing to do work along with the class, please do choose the hospital where you get less work, because when you are very busy you will be very tired and you can't concentrate in reading for the exam. So that's what I did. I don't want to work in very big hospital where I'm not going to be in the future. So I chose a very small hospital, like not a very busy hospital. So I did both training and duty at the same time. And what I do is when I am studying, my institute has not got the opportunity to give the material to home. So we won't get any materials home, but now most of the institutes are giving a like a booklet or like paper stuffs to the home, or even some PDF files and stuffs to the home. But when I am doing in 2018, it was not there in my institute. But still, what I do is they asked me to do listening practice, like listening to lot of conversation like TED talks and medical conversations, seminars. So they asked us to do that. And if we have time, we can write like first 5 minutes what we hear, and we have to get the thing corrected from the trainer. So what I do is when I am at home or when I am free, I do listen and write. But when I am traveling or when I am out, I used to hear instead of hearing songs. So, because I do have a habit of hearing songs whenever I travel, so I stopped that and I started listening to so much of English conversations whenever I want to hear something. So I was keep on repeatedly hearing that. So that's how I practice this listening. So that really helped me a lot. So I got used to so much of accents, so that helped me a lot and make the listening a bit more easier. Then, how do I practice reading? So, reading is bit challenging for me because I'm not a very good reader. I feel bored of reading big paragraphs and stuffs. I hate reading actually. So that was bit difficult and challenging for me. But what I do is whenever I'm doing a content, whenever I'm doing a material, when I come across a new word which I am not familiar with, I just go for the meaning and find out what it is and connect that with the sentence. Because when you get time to practice, you can do all these things. Because when you are going for the exam, you won't get time to do all these things. And when you're very late, you can't do this because you have to manage time. So before you practicing the managing of times and stuff, you can go for this type of practices. So whenever you come across a new word, because you have to understand what you're reading, that's what is going to help you in finding the correct answer. So whenever you come across a new word, just mark it, find out the meaning, and you can find out the answer bit more easier. So apart from that, you can just read some articles in the internet about some studies and stuffs, because you most of the time you will get the research papers as content. So luckily, if you know what it is, you can easily answer. And please do understand the question what they are asking, because in the reading the most toughest thing is all answers looks very familiar. Even if you can omit two answers in part C, the two answers will be like, sometimes both will feel like both are wrong, sometimes both will feel like correct answers. So you need more practice with part C comparatively part A and B. So that's about reading what I did. Writing. Please do write at least one letter every day and get corrected from your trainer. It's better to practice at least one letter every day. So that keeps you in flow and you can improve what you have did. And if you got some corrections, and if you did got so much of mistakes in your letter, please repeat that letter again so that you can know how to write it. And don't throw your letters away, just keep that, because you can compare how much you have improved in your with practice. Because if you are writing the same letter after 10 or 20 days, you can make out how much you have improved. So it's better to save all the letters and keep on practicing all the time. And speaking, of course, you can talk with your friends, whoever is in your with your OET, or your classmates, or sometimes with your siblings as well, because there is not much to do with the patient side, so they can easily play the patient role. And you can ask the questions, and you can just talk in the mirror as well. So sometimes I usually do that. So make yourself keep on practicing with speaking. So that's what I did. Coming to the money, how much I've spent. So the institute where I studied will charge 25,000 for 2 months training. So I did paid 50,000 for the first 4 months, and I did paid 32,000 for my examination, and that is for the first try. So coming to remarking, I did paid 8,000 rupees, Indian rupees, for one paper just for writing. So if I want to apply for more other modules, it might be charged more. So I applied just for writing because I got B grade in all other modules. So I applied for writing and I paid 8,000 pounds. Sorry, 8,000 Indian rupees. But unfortunately, I didn't get any extra marks from that, so I need to go for another month of training. So they charged me the institute, they charged me 5,000 Indian rupees. So and after that I paid again 32,000 for my exam. Probably I think I paid nearly 1.5 lakh for my OET alone. So that is how I spend that money. But it doesn't mean that you have to keep 1.5 lakhs in your hands to go for OET. It is in my case because you, as I told you before, I took nearly 5 months training and two times exam. But maybe in your case you can go for your exam even after 2 months if you're confident. So it depends on how much like how you are doing your training. So it depends. So don't make a guess that you need half lakh, 1.5 lakh in your hand. And what else? It was a good days, and I struggled a lot going to duty and going to class. Sometimes I usually go for night shifts and I don't want to miss my class. So we do have a 3 hours class every day. But Saturday, Sunday, we won't have any class. So weekly 5 days, I usually go for 3 hours class. And coming back to home, I do practice whenever I get time. So what I usually do, sometimes I go for night shifts and go directly to the class. So I'll be so tired. So it was a bit difficult days, but it worth of it. I'm here now. So that's about my OET experience. If you need anything about my own personal experience in OET, you can give me you can ask me in the comments so that I can answer you. If you like this video, please do share to your friends and leave a comment about what you want to ask me. And I think I've almost covered up all about the OET stuffs. So now I'm going to move on to another exam which is called CBT in my next video. So please do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the notification. So I'll tell what is CBT and how it works in my next video. Stay tuned. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.